Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Saturday Night 5, episode 27, the first Saturday Night 5 of 2026. Happy New Year. So we're switching things up just a little bit. Tonight's episode was going to be top 5 moments of 2025, but that one needs a little bit more editing, and I wanted to get it out on time. I meant to record it earlier, but if you can tell, I'm a little under the weather. I don't know what, it came out of nowhere, Thursday, came home from work, New Year's Day, felt like shit, and I don't know. So apologies, but you will still be getting that episode. Just we're flipping them. This week's episode is top 5 movies of 2025, and that's the next episode 2 weeks from now will be top 5 moments of 2025. Just because the top 5 movies is easier to edit. That being said, let's get right to it. Guys, I did see a lot of movies in 2025. However, a lot of them were not new releases. Yeah. A lot of them were not new releases. I didn't see that many, as much as I wanted to. There was a couple big ones I missed this season, this last year, rather. Had I seen them, I'm pretty sure they would have obviously made the list. But since I didn't see them, I can't count them exactly, unfortunately. And I was gonna watch a movie before I started filming this, but I'm like, no, it's not fair. I at least watched 5 releases, so that'll be of the new releases rather. I don't know that movies that much anymore, and I don't know. I will say this: I did have a clear winner until number 1, until the one I saw came out. So yeah, let's just get started with number 5. Number 5, Megan 2.0. Saw this one only because it was during Halloween and I was watching a bunch of horror movies I didn't see. I thought this was gonna be horror. Now, to be fair, I did watch the first Megan. Megan 2.0 was completely different. It was not horror-esque at all. So I was a little let down by that. But it was, for the what it's worth, the action was still, it was more action than horror. It was still alright, for what it was. Not my favorite one of the year by far, but yeah, it was still okay. So that's why it's number 5, honestly. To be fair, I didn't even think it was this year release. I forgot that it came out in the summer, and I watched it in the fall, but it was on Peacock already, so I was like, oh, I'll watch it, But it was, so there you go. I mean, I really have nothing else to say about it. It is what it was. Like I said, I preferred the first one better, than this one, because it felt like two totally different movies. And yeah, so let's just go to number 4. Number 4, if you remember back in the start of last summer, I did a 5 movies I was looking forward to watching during the summer. Unfortunately, out of the 5, I only watched 2. And those 2 both did make this list. Starting with this one. But the other 3, unfortunately, did not get a chance to watch it before the end of the year. That's on me. What are you going to do? But Heads of State is number 4. This one I liked. I thought it was going to be sort of more comedy than action. It was definitely an action comedy for sure. There was a lot more action than I thought it would be in it, but it was really good for what it was. It was on Amazon Prime. Idris Elba, John Cena. I really enjoyed this one a lot. I watched it with my parents, and my mom is a big Cena fan, so of course she loved it. So yeah, it was actually a surprising. I was actually surprised how good it was, action wise. I was expecting a bit more comedy out of it, but it was, like I said, it was action packed for sure. Yeah, so highly recommend you checking out that movie. Number 3. I'm not gonna lie. My top 3. I was debating. Top 3 was gonna be, but uh, it was. If it was a Batman movie, it might have been in the uppers. But since it was this movie, I mean, he's my second favorite superhero, I guess. If you really behind Batman, that being Superman. Went into this movie not knowing the actor that played Superman or anyone else or what. Well, I knew the one guy from Renfield, the guy who played Lex Luthor. I knew him from Renfield. Other than that, but then of course there's Nathan Fillion made a cameo in it. John Cena did a cameo in it as Peacemaker. It was definitely, it exceeded my expectations for sure. I enjoyed this movie a lot. Good message towards the end. Great soundtrack. Great action. Great special effects. Just great everything. Definitely deserves to be in my top 3. Highly recommend seeing this movie if you have not checked it out. I don't even listen to the Superman went well. Don't shut up. Superman went well. Kiss my ass. Anyways, just definitely check it out. Fun movie all around. Now that I'm remembering the movie and the soundtrack, I'm a punk rocker, yes I am, in my head. Stuck in my head by Iggy Pop. So that's great. But I'm gonna have other songs stuck in my head in a minute, don't worry. Yeah, definitely did it. I hope there actually is a sequel to this Superman franchise with David Cornsweater's Superman and maybe a return of Lex Luthor. Whoever played Lex Luthor, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I know I've seen him. Oh, Nicholas Hoult. Of course, Nicholas Hoult. But yeah. So that was number 3. But we're finally down to the top 2, and guys and gals and everyone else, they are both musical. So last year, the first movie was number 2. This year, the sequel is number 2 as well. Wicked for Good. My wife and I, big Wicked fans. More so my wife than myself. But once I went and saw the musical at Bob Carr down here in Florida, when I got tickets to go, I fell in love with the musical, fell in love with the soundtrack. So been wanting to see the sequel since the first one, since it's essentially Act 2 of the musical. So good. So good. Even the new songs they added, the 2 new original songs, fantastic. There's a vlog we have from that night, from the day we saw the movie, and then at night we went to the Osmopolitan pop-up at the Wave Hotel. But yeah, definitely a great sequel. Tears were shed. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little misty-eyed at the end there. But phenomenal job by both Elphaba and Linda, Ariana Grande and Cynthia. Yeah. So I liked the effects of, because I think they were mostly practical for the Scarecrow, or Fiero as the Scarecrow, and then the Tin Mans. I like that they were practical instead of CGI. Very cool, very, very awesome. So definitely worth checking out. But of course, you probably did already. But I'm just saying, if you didn't, what are you waiting for? You know, I would obviously recommend seeing the first one first if you didn't see the second one. I mean, if you didn't see the first one already, I would actually highly recommend you go and see the play on Broadway. You know, because that's always fun. That's another bucket list I want to do with Jasmine. Take her to Broadway. Take her to the Broadway one, to the Gershwin. One day, baby, one day. So yeah, that is number 2. Guys, number 1, man. Number 1 was, believe it or not, the last movie of 2025 I saw, and it was my favorite by far. Holy crap. So if you don't know, my first concert was Neil Diamond. September 1996. So that means that this year, 30 years ago, oh my God, was my first ever concert. That's wild. This September. Song Blue took the number 1 spot. Here's why. based on a true story, based on a real life couple uh, who were phenomenal Neil Diamond tribute duo. A lot of ups and downs. The music in the movie, though, phenomenal. Hugh Jackman, Kate Hudson, phenomenal. The soundtrack, phenomenal. I had it on repeat a couple days ago. I, insane. It was crazy. I absolutely loved this movie. And after this movie, after seeing the movie, I watched the actual documentary that the movie was based off of the said real couple, and even that's pretty heavy, but still great, great stuff. I would say of musically, there was of the ones I've seen. Oh, this is actually hard. Hold on, because I've seen Hugh Jackman in this, Greatest Showman, and Les Mis. Damn. Of those movies, well, it's kind of a no-brainer. This would have to be my favorite because I love Neil Diamond as far as musical, you know, talent goes, and he does an epic job at all the songs, and Kate Hudson as well. Fun fact: I learned uh, Kate Hudson is actually the daughter of Goldie Hawn. I did not realize this until my mother told me that we were coming out from the movies, and I didn't realize that was her daughter. So my mind is blown. Um, and you're probably wondering what the fuck is wrong with you. I know. I ask myself that every day. But no, yeah, that's a little, I don't know. Anyways, so there you have it, folks. What was your top 5 of 2025? I'm sure you've seen a lot more movies than I have this year. Now, to be fair, like I said, I did see a lot of movies, just ones that were old releases or like movies that I haven't seen that I probably should have. To where, I probably should have watched more current releases for this countdown. But again, we still made the cut. I wasn't sure if I should add, like, a documentary to me isn't a movie. There's like those, like I said, there was okay, wait, back up. There was a couple of heavy hitters I really wanted to see that I did not see in 2025. The sequel to Spinal Tap. There was Happy Gilmore 2, and there was The Naked Gun. Those are my top 3 that I really wanted to see, but I haven't seen them yet for whatever reason. I don't know. I could watch it right now if I wanted to, and maybe this list would have changed, but it is what it is. But anyway, as I was saying, I did watch that Pee Wee documentary, but to me, a documentary is not the same as a movie, and it's more of a documentary. It was like a 2-part documentary, supposedly, so it's like, dude, that was really, really good, but I don't count it as a movie, I did see TMNT's, what was it, 35th anniversary in the theaters with the wife as well back in August. But I didn't count that because obviously that was from 1990, not 2025. Although the first time I saw it in theaters was 2025 because I remember only seeing that on VHS the first time I saw it. It was the second and third movies I saw on the big screen, but the first one I definitely saw just on VHS only. But I didn't count that either. Like I said, that was from 1990. So, all right, guys. Well, hopefully I feel better. to do the top 5 favorite moments of 2025. And till next time, thank you for watching another episode of Saturday Night 5. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. See you later. I'll make a resolution for 2026. Watch more current releases. Bye. I did have a clear winner until number 1. Until the one I saw came out. So it's I didn't. You hear the sirens behind me? I apologize. Just hit me for you. No. Lex Luthor. You know. What the fuck is that? I hope there's a part 2 with David Torrance as Superman. And